Mother, take my hand, lead me to a world I understand. Mother, take me home, help me find the strength to carry on. Everything we have in life is changing, but you are all I need to keep me still. And Mother of love, angel of light, I'm a long lost child, so alone in the night. Mother of love, angel of light, you have saved this soul, you have given me sight. Mother, keep me warm, always be my lighthouse in the storm. Mother, set me free, give me wings to fly eternally. Around the world the tides of war are rising, the suffering of children in our eyes. Mother of love, angel of light, I'm a long lost child, so alone in the night. Mother of love, angel of light, you have saved this soul, you have woken me, Mother of love.
Hello, everyone, and greetings of peace to you all. And I want to thank everyone who has zoomed in today to be with us. Thank you for being with us, for I feel this is an important subject, an important day coming up, and just importance of motherhood. To me, I haven't been a mother in this birth, a physical mother as such, but I've always admired motherhood and everything that mothers go through. And I think it's so wonderful that we take time out to explore this relationship of child and mother. And I especially want to thank the brave ones, the participants, the mothers, and the offspring who are here today. And also, especially, I want to thank our moderator, because this moderator today, Eric Le Reste, is an international presenter, moderator, and we're so pleased to have him here today. He is my colleague, he is my friend, my brother, he is mon petit chou. Eric, I turn it over to you.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. And I heard, French ears hear poetry in every word. And I heard, I'm the moderator. So the moderator is a moderator. So this is, I always wanted to be a mother. So now I know how to be a mother. I'll be a moderator.
That's very good. But we chose you, Eric, brother, because you have such motherly qualities and brotherly qualities. You're just an all-rounder.
Well, thank you, Dorothy. I'm very happy to join this special program. And yes, I'm in a male body, but the heart is very much connected to the mothers. And I'm here in Montreal, in Canada. I've been with the Brahma Kumaris for many, many years. And when I came to the Brahma Kumaris, that was in 1983. And I was told, for those who are joining who may not know this organization very well, I was told that this organization was run by women. And that's why it was quite unusual at the time to have women in a position of leadership. And in particular, I was told that we are using this image sometimes of the urn of nectar, which represents the body of knowledge, the content of knowledge, the wisdom. What is the most sacred part of our spiritual teaching is actually this knowledge, which is, used like nectar. This urn of nectar has been placed on the heads of the mothers. And the importance that has been given to mothers in the Brahma Kumaris from its start, it's the beginning, it's been quite unique. And to be very honest with you, to me, it really hit a chord, very sensitive chord, because when I was 14, I lost my mother in a very unexpected way. And, she passed away at a young age. I was myself only 14. And the impact it had was quite strong, and to be without a mother when you're young has ripples effect, where you're told later you're always looking for your mother somewhere. So when you look at your teacher feels your eyes are seeking the mother. If you're looking for a partner, the partner is saying, you're searching for your mother here. And when I came to the Brahma Kumaris, I found so many mothers that I felt, wow, this is an incredible organization where we all become children of these mothers. And these mothers are not just ordinary mothers, and we're going to present 3 of them to you today. There are many in the Brahma Kumaris, but 3 have been selected specially for today. They are amazing mothers. That's what I'm told. I'm not sure. We're going to check. And to find out if they're really amazing mothers, we wanted to hear directly from them, but from their children. And most of these children are not really children at all anymore. They're young adults. I would call them the next generation. They are soon to be our teachers and our models for all of us who are going to be, aging. We're going to look at the next generation as the future. So I'm counting on the three of them to tell us how they feel about the mothers. And I'm hoping the mothers to tell us about their spiritual journey as well. So very, very warm welcome to all of you, the 6 of you. And this is going to be a very lovely, informal chit chat. They don't know the questions ahead of time. I give them questions, but I don't even remember what the questions I sent in advance. So they may never be asked. So this is completely without any safety net. We're going to have a very beautiful heart-to-heart conversation. I can only confess right from the start, I have a very soft spot for mothers. Mothers have always been, for me, a source of comfort, a source of being reassured in my own journey. And so even though you may be younger than me, I think some of you, I still will consider you as my spiritual mothers as well. So welcome, very, very, very warm welcome. In order to, bring the whole feeling of being together, I'm going to ask actually the younger ones to introduce their mothers and to introduce themselves. And so let's start with Shourya. I'm going to go around clockwise, and as I see you on my screen, I'm going to start with Shourya to ask you to introduce yourself, but to introduce your mom. And just in a few words, tell me, if I were to ask you, what's so special about your mom? What do you like most, or what do you feel is special about your mom, who she is? And tell me briefly about how you came into this world of, Brahma Kumaris. So Shourya, what's your story?
This is Sister Ekta, and I'm Shourya. And one of the most significant qualities in my mother is that she is so strong. Like, her strength is incredible. She is able to do everything and anything that one can ever imagine. I mean, she never makes me feel like she's tired or anything. She's just the most tireless, most selfless person I have ever met. And she makes a balance with everything. She knows she knows what I need, and she knows when to give me space. And basically just like, I don't have enough words to describe how she is what she is, but it's just incredible to look at every day. And I'm so grateful for her. And what was the second question?
Well, we're already moved. We're already almost crying. So, wow, Ekta, I'm sure she must have told you that in the past in different ways, or she must have expressed that feeling already towards you. You knew that, right? Yes, you knew you are tireless, but you give her space. This is a beautiful acknowledgement that you give her space. That must be quite a significant aspect of the relationship, that you're not over, to her and then overpowering her. So that's a very good quality. So you get along well together, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. We're going to have real, stories. So I'll come back to you, Ekta, later, but I'm going to ask now Yonatan to tell us a little bit about Iris. We want to know. So welcome, Yonatan, and tell us what should we know about your mom that makes her such a special mom to you, if she is to you.
Of course she is.
Yeah, good.
Hello, my name is Yonatan. I've been in the Brahma Kumaris my whole life, and this is my mom, Eris. And one thing you need to know about her is that she's never stops thinking about me, and her love is just so great. It's like nothing I've ever witnessed in my life before. Even though I'm away in college and I don't get to see her all the time, I just get constant reminders every day that she's always thinking about me, always thinking about how I'm doing and what I might need in order to be better off and to succeed more. And it's almost like having her is like having another person to help to live my life with me. She's always there to, whenever I need help with a decision, she always wants to be a part of it. She's so invested, and And it's just so nice having someone else who, you know, is undoubtedly, unequivocally on your side and is there, who only wants the best for you. And that switch never turns off.
Wow. All right. I want one like her. Well, Iris must be, feeling nice to hear, Yonatan telling you this, right? I'm sure he must have told you that before in different words, on different ways, or expressed how he feels about you. Yes. All right, we're going to hear more. This is just the intro. So thank you, Yonatan. Really appreciate, hearing this. And now we're going to turn into Pramity, who is going to introduce to us your mom. So tell us, who are you, who is she, and what do you love most about your mom?
Yeah, so I'm Pramity. This is my mom, Sister Kiran.
Sister Kiran?
Yeah.
Mother Kiran? Sister Kiran. This is a lovely relationship already.
So we joined Brahma Kumaris together 10 years ago. But one thing that I think is something that I admire most in my mom is whatever she does, she always puts her 100% into it. She puts her heart into it. It's something really inspiring to me. I think whatever she's doing, she's never careless or sloppy. She always is careful and thorough in whatever she does. I remember at the beginning of quarantine when Zoom and Zoom calls started becoming very popular. Obviously, no one really knew much about it and how to work it and everything, but she was given the task to be basically kind of the IT person of, I think it was the Peace in the Park event, which was a pretty big event, and it was her first time ever doing any Zoom stuff. But right after she was given that task, she researched everything she could have with Zoom, and basically she became the Zoom expert. And she just, I could just see her love to learn new things, and just whatever she does, she's always thorough and just wants to do her best, and it's really inspiring to me. So yeah, that's one thing.
Thank you. I really admire how those three mothers have been listening to these beautiful bouquets of praise and love, and such a dignified, you didn't flush, although Zoom corrects the color, maybe, I don't know, but maybe you're such an expert. But the three mothers remain so detached and stable. It's beautiful. So what do you feel, Kiran, when you hear this, your daughter admiring you? What's your feeling now?
Well, I didn't expect that she was watching this quality in me. I thought they would get annoyed because, sometimes being thorough may not be, like that much. But thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah.
So we heard from the three younger ones about their mothers. And now I'd love to hear the mothers sharing about not just what they like on their children, but mostly the feeling of how you felt that as a mother, you had to bring something to your children, So I will ask each one of you, what was the feeling that when you heard that mothers are so important, and you became a mother, of course, and I know for a young woman, the day she becomes, it may not be your first child, but when you became a mother, I know it changes completely your life. So for these children, what was the feeling you had that you wanted to give to them? And how do you feel that you really played your role of mother towards them? And what did you want to give them, basically? And it's good if we stay like this, the four square for a few minutes. So we'll go briefly from one to the other, so we feel we're in the same room. So let's start with you, Kiran. You were already almost speaking. So how did you feel as a mother, and what did you want to give to Pramity?
When I came to Brahma Kumaris, I realized the importance of being a woman and what potential mother or any woman can have. it was very contrast the way I had lived my life, and I saw what, that power, which is a soft power, not like a authoritative power, but the soft power can do such a magic, and you can be a very good leader. So that's what I saw when I looked at my daughters. I felt like they should live larger than life, not just small thing. They should really their aim should be whole world, not just small things, which something that that view I didn't have when I grew up. So I really wanted to have them that freedom, that yes, I can do anything that I like, not as a boss, but as a motherly leadership. So that's what I have for them.
Is that what you felt, Pramity, that she gave you the whole world?
Yeah, definitely. She pushes me to be my best,
Wow, this is lovely. I like this idea of soft, power, and at the same time leadership role. There's such a beautiful combination, right? Like soft, but also a leader. So you agree with what your mother said, Pramity? She passed that on to you. Wow, you got the whole world. Iris, what do you hear and what do you feel? We just heard Kiran. What's your inner world that you want to pass on to Yonatan now?
So I kind of was introduced to this spiritual knowledge when I was pregnant with Yonatan. So I appreciated so much the benefit that this spiritual perspective gave me, the inner power, the strength. And for me, not growing in a spiritual atmosphere, it's of course takes time. And what I was thinking is that, well, here is the child that's just born. He can have it easy because maybe if we are already practicing spirituality, so I was thinking to really these values and this perspective, this understanding, this truth that I had, if he can already grow up into this atmosphere, then his life would be so much easier, lighter, happier, empowered. So I think it was really to give him that knowledge, that understanding about the being, the human, the difference between the two, and really to have that experience in his life growing up.
The being, the human, the difference between the two. You got that, Yonatan?
Yeah.
This is your inheritance. I love that. The being, the being, the human, and the difference. That's beautiful. I don't think I met someone so elevated, Yonatan, than you, who heard the knowledge from the womb of your mother. I don't remember someone taking the course whilst being in the womb of the mother. This is like really from the start.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back to all of you and we'll still stay all together on the screen. And let's hear now from you, Ekta, see what you are, feeling about what you heard, but also how you wanted to pass on something also to Shourya.
Yeah, Shanti. First of all, thank you for arranging this. First time I heard like her feelings in this way for me. So that was something special. Thank you. So,
and it's being recorded. It's being recorded and you can have a copy and you can listen to it again. And if there is a disagreement one day, you can tell her, can you listen to this, please?
Yeah,
and I'm sure you won't
need.
You won't need. She didn't. She said it from the heart. it's there forever. You don't have to even play the recording. Sorry, so go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, like after becoming a mother, yes, all motherly qualities, those sanskars just emerged like that. Unconditional love, that selfless thing, always that's there to provide like best to your kid, like thinking about them, protective, security, those things are always there. But after coming to knowledge, understanding the spirituality and learning Raj Yoga meditation, that was the best thing happened to me. And like first time I felt like, oh, I'm liberated now as a mother. I'm more free in the sense carefree, meaning more focused, because we get the understanding here that it's like every being is here with their own specialities, own qualities, own talents, own skills, their own destiny. So now I was more focused on just like sustaining her or nurturing her qualities, her specialities, and polishing them, refining them, like more focused on those things rather than thinking about so many other aspects. So spirituality brought me liberation in that way as a mother. So that's how I understood and how I tried my best to pass on.
I see Shourya smiling. So did you know that you had a mother which is like a sculpture, and she's been working on you for developing your specialities and refining your qualities?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like she put it into words. I never really understood what she was doing, but now it just like it makes a lot of sense. Like I see that in every second of my life that she does that. So yeah.
I feel this is going to be a meeting. I know, honestly, it's the first time I participate to a gathering like this with three, what now we know, amazing mothers. And, you know, the three of you, the younger ones who are also very clear in your head, you know, about your journey. So because we want to honor also the role of mothers, the power of mothers, you know, this is Mother's Day, of course, tomorrow, but it's everyday Mother's Day. I'd like to hear from the three younger ones, and then we can go now as a conversation. When did you feel that your mother was really helping you to go through the process of dealing with a choice between being, I would say, a normal kid, you know, going out, doing whatever other kids are doing, and being more spiritual? Because I'm sure your mothers must have oriented your life towards more spirituality. And I don't know how you went through your life, you know, in terms of deciding if you want to adopt certain spiritual practices or not, or if you want to just, you know, some children may not want to know anything about the Brahma Kumaris. So when was it that you felt that your mothers were helping you to go through the process of understanding life, deciding what you want to do, where you want to go? So tell me about what role your mothers really played in your own inner journey. And you can go interject and talk to each other also. So whoever wants to start.
I can start. To me, the answer is actually pretty clear. Especially growing up with the Brahma Kumaris, there's a lot of pressure, not just within my family, but the whole Brahma Kumaris family around me to be a part of the spiritual organization and to really devote my life to it. But when I felt that my mom helped me the most was when she reiterated that it's your choice and it's up to you to figure it out, and it's up to you to really decide how you want to incorporate the knowledge in your life. And that's what really gave me the freedom to, you know, actually look and be like, yes, this is what I want, and not, yes, this is what other people want for me. And that's what really helped me establish the spiritual practices I wanted to keep in my life.
I remember seeing you very, very young, Yonatan, and I know when you're young, and it must be the same with Shourya also and Pramity, you know, but you're looked upon like little dolls in the Brahma Kumaris, right? Little angels, and everybody's jumping over you, and, you know, you're so nice, and they are making you, you know, sometimes must be just making you crazy like this. But anyway, this is nice craziness. And so I know, Yonatan, also you were, you know, I don't know the English word for that, but the kind of a favorite candy. We have a French word, which is a beautiful word for saying when someone is so cute, you know, everybody just wants to grab him and to touch him and to yes, we want you to be an angel with the Brahma Kumaris. So the pressure was there, and to remain aware, you know, of what will be your choice. I'm glad to hear that Iris gave you that choice and made you understand that this was ultimately something you had to do. So you had to cope with the pressure.
Mhm.
But now you're okay with you still have sometimes issues about where to go, what to do, or you have a clear feeling about your life?
I have a clear feeling right now. I'm still figuring it out, but I have a clear feeling that I'm figuring everything out, if that makes sense.
And if ever you doubt, you feel you can always go to your mom to
Yeah.
discuss it?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
made herself available as a resource, and it's been really helpful.
Lovely. What about you, Shourya and Pramity?
You can go, Shourya.
So of course, like my mom definitely gave me the freedom to choose and made me realize that like it's my choice whether I want to stay in this organization. But I think one of the most significant moments was when we first moved here from India, and it was like completely new people who weren't always as accepting, and it was like a really new and different environment that I had to deal with, and there were people that I did not know how to face. And I think that's when my mother reminded me that that's just their role, and it reminded me to be more accepting and more open and to deal with situations and obstacles in a completely different way. And that's when I realized that like she really has so much clarity and so much wisdom that I could take from her, and she got that from the Brahma Kumaris, and those ideals of those kind of I don't know how to describe it, but like all those virtues and powers that we attain from Brahma Kumaris really helped me, and my mom helped me understand what they really meant and how to actually use them and experience them. And I was able to use that with all the people and this new environment that I was facing, and I think that really helped me become a better and more successful student and person in general.
Made in mother's heart. It's beautiful that, you know, it's good that, and you feel comfortable today, even if you have to discuss something about your life, your choice, your future, you feel comfortable talking to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You know, I hope you're aware that if I had brought 3 women mother from, you know, totally different background, I don't know if we would have got necessarily the same feeling. So this is very, very precious to have that relationship. And we'll come back on that relationship and, you know, look at that as well. So Pramity, what was what's your feeling about when did your mother really help you to go through?
Yeah, I think I had similar experiences to Yonatan and Shourya. I think my mom, she never there was no pressure really that I had to be a part of this and this is the only way I can live my life, you know. She kind of, as Shourya was saying, I saw the powers and virtues that my mom got from Brahma Kumaris, and I got inspired by that. And I think through seeing how my mom has changed, I got inspired and wanted to be more a part of it too. And I think just it was important though that she never pushed me to do something I didn't want to do and let me choose on my own. And I think because of that, I actually wanted to, from my heart, be a part of it, you know, instead of have that feeling of oh, my mom wants me to do this, so I guess I have to do it. But yeah, I think the lack of pressure from her helped me decide that I want to be a part of it more.
I'm so happy to hear the 3 of you, your experiences, because it's such a big part, you know, freedom to choose. And also I was told by another friend of mine now, he's older, but he told me when he was 5 years old, he was also with parents who were in the Brahma Kumaris. And he said the reason why he stayed was also because he felt the love from the whole big family, and I know because I've seen you younger, smaller, shorter, seen you bigger. I know how much you've attracted love, from the whole family. It's not just that you have 3 mothers, but you have many, many mothers, I'm sure, in the Brahma Kumaris, and many who have been giving you love from the beginning as well. So this is very, very precious. So now I want to hear from the mothers. And whilst I'm going to talk now a little bit and hear from the mothers, the younger ones can think of specific stories that you can recall where you found that your mother had to really go beyond her comfort zone. And maybe you pushed her to go a little bit beyond her comfort zone. And I'm just giving you, time to think now. By the time we're going to listen to your mom, think of a very specific story, because we want to have storytelling. So tell me what happened, when it happened, that you felt really your mom was pushed to become the super mom that she has become. And if you want us to stop the recording, we can stop the recording when you tell the story. So going to the moms, one crucial question that I think we want to hear from the 3 of you is this idea that I referred to in the beginning, that, in the Brahma Kumaris, we believe that mothers have a special role to play, not just with their children. And we see now how you did very, very well. And we had to give you 10 out of 10 for sure, the 3 of you, for how you brought so much beauty and, greatness in your children. But what do you feel is the reason, and how did you live this pressure in a way that we are told mothers have a special role, not just for their children, but for the world? And Ekta, you mentioned about giving the whole world to your daughter, but you got also a big one being given to you, right? And we feel that the pressure, kind of, is that mothers have to be world mothers. Is that too big for you, or did you all agree for that contract? Ekta, what do you think? How do you see the role of mothers, and how did you go through? What was your experience of being told mothers have to be, the ones who are going to bring that to the world?
Yeah, it's a big title when we think about it, but how it got presented to us is so beautiful, because as we are parent to these children, so we are also learning every day something from parent, like what relationship we have with the Supreme is the relationship of parents. So he has given us this responsibility. Yes, you own this title, but when he talks to us in this way, it's more about motherly sanskars, motherly qualities, not necessarily related to gender, but it's for everyone, is given the title. But I always appreciate this, because that brings so much unlimited awareness within. It's not limit to some souls or only these kids need. No, sustaining everyone. So it's a fortune. It's an opportunity to take the title and work on it. And when we are on this journey, we are moving ahead. So yes, we are going to attain that one day. We are going to achieve the title with the proper, yes, we are doing it. But I love having this title on the self, because then only we can think on it, we can work on it, and that's our spiritual journey. I love to.
What about you, what about you also, Kiran? Because you also mentioned about passing the world to your daughter. So what was also your feeling about, emerging those qualities of mothers that will be, serving the world?
I felt very fortunate that before even hearing about this title, World Mother, I was a mother. So it was kind of related, I could relate to it. The quality that mother has is the unconditional love. And if I was not a mother, maybe I would never have known what that quality means. So it was just extending that unlimited or what is it called?
Infinite or unlimited?
Yeah, it's where there is no expectation. So, that kind of limitless,
Unconditional
love. I said that in the beginning, then I forgot. So, unconditional love. So it was just an extension of moving from just two souls to the world. So it is, it's a journey, but it is something that I can relate to because I am a mother. And otherwise, I think it would have been very hard for me to even think about it. It's, how I can forgive whatever, if at all, if they do anything wrong, I can forgive them very easily. It's not even a problem. So, how I can have that feeling for everyone, if I really make that effort. And so it's a journey, and it's possible.
Of course, yeah, I hear you, and then I think it's not just possible, it's already happening. I can just witness and confirm it's happening. I'm seeing it right in Zoom. And Iris, what's your feeling about this? And also listening to your friends here, what's your feeling towards all that?
Yeah, I kind of heard it at the same time and became the physical mother too. And one of the things that I really appreciate so much is, again, with the spiritual knowledge and seeing everybody as, have the vision of everyone as a spiritual being, then like the feeling of like, okay, this is like my child, I'm his mom. It like becomes much more towards, you just have this feeling of love naturally to everyone. And it kind of takes away that limited vision of, okay, I like, rather than just thinking and caring about your small little circle of my child. And so I feel that this kind of vision is, in a way, it's nurturing each other, because in the one hand, you naturally feel like love for really whole humanity and really everybody, and really just want to give, and whoever you come in contact with, whether it's through directly teaching or through whatever way we can help or serve. And also, when we don't have that limited vision for our children, that, oh, this is my child, I feel we can be much more effective parents and much more loving, because there's no all of this other baggage, in a way, attached to the parenting. So, and also I feel it's a great model and example when you are able to be that for others too. So I feel it's a really lovely way to combine the two, being the physical parent and also being really thinking about the whole world as wanting to serve them as well.
And you're touching a very interesting element. You're referring to the idea that, yes, Yonatan, of course, is your son, but because of your spiritual awareness, you learn to go beyond just that limitation of him being your son. And you think it's a soul, and we go and think bigger. And yet, for me, this is touching the spiritual dimension of parenting, which is very specific, I think, to either religion or to spirituality. So it brings me to the little chit chat I was hoping we can have. And still the three other ones are thinking about the story, but we can interject. But before we get to the stories, I want to hear from the mothers about, from what you're just saying, Iris, how did you feel, the three of you, that spirituality, and particularly what we teach as soul consciousness, seeing the soul, understanding God as a soul, looking at your children as a soul, and being told sometimes to be a little bit detached so that you're not too attached. How do you feel that this spirituality or spiritual knowledge, how did it change your way of being mother? Do you feel that you're mother like any other mother, or did the spirituality made you into super mother or into a different type of mother? What do you all think? You can go in any order you want. Or Iris, you were already having the mic, so.
So it definitely changed a lot. I mean, not that I was a mother before, so I can't compare, but I can definitely think of how I was seeing things and how I saw them before. So, yes, so many ways. One way, as I touched upon, is really that, you think you hear so many parents talking about, oh, my child, and in a way, I feel that there is a lot of, there is so many things that come with it. One thing that happened is when so Yonatan is a twin, so I'll say
He's a twin.
Children were born.
Twin, like a real twin.
So they both faced some health issues, some health challenges. And so we got to spend a lot of time at doctors' offices, and I got to meet a lot of other parents with who have also babies with some health challenges, similar ones. And I noticed that there was kind of a difference in the way that like they were very upset, and I felt like I was able to be kind of effective in handling it, like, because there was not a lot of thoughts about, oh, what will happen, and why did it happen, and how will things work out. I was kind of able to be in the moment and say, okay, right now, that's what needs to be done. Let's get this done. And I feel that allows for clarity and allowed for things to be resolved fairly fast. So I was really appreciating being able to kind of have a clear mind, a focused mind, and be able to support them and not be kind of overwhelmed by what's going on. Especially with twins, it's easy to get overwhelmed. And I could really tell the difference. So that's, I feel that really that vision of really understanding was very helpful. And also you kind of easily accept them as they are. They might not be the same as you. They are very different, but there is no wanting them to be a certain way, which again comes with my child. So again, it allows you to be much more supportive when you don't have that way that you have in your head that that's how my child should be. And also really being open to, if any help, any medical help, any other help is needed, rather than thinking, oh, my child is great, he has no problem, but you can see, okay, here is an issue, let's do it. And yeah, these are just a few thoughts.
Thank you for sharing. This is very touching, and it's the image that comes to mind is, this beautiful illustration of spirituality where we show someone with a flame in the forehead and there's a storm, and the attention is to keep the flame burning. And so I know this is, sometimes when we go through some issues, we have to keep that light always burning. So it seems like that was what you were feeling, that light was there to guide you and to take you through. So beautiful sharing. What about Ekta or Kiran? What do you feel? We got
Yeah,
lost.
for
Now we're in the
me,
hospital. Where
yeah.
it's still walking to the whole. What was the question again? Where do we come from? Thank you, Iris. It was very nice to allow us to come into your world. It's very, very touching. Ekta?
Yes, yeah. So the difference I felt is like in world, like outside, how we feel the sustenance and nurturing a child, meaning is providing the best of the diet for the good health, or best of the studies for the good career, or everything best for like everything physically we try to sustain and nurture. But here, what we learn is more spiritual, how to sustain the spiritual being. That is more important, because if they are spiritually strong, then only they can become emotionally strong, they can become intellectually strong, they can become socially strong, and also physically strong. So, spiritually strong is the foundation. So that's what we learn here. So how to do that? So let them learn how to think. The foundation is the thought, thinking. So how to improve your thinking process, how to create those elevated and pure thoughts. So just nourishment in that way, and how to make good decisions, like discerning power. So intellectually strong. So those things, I got the focus on that after coming into this knowledge, and these things become more clear to me, and that's how I started. Like, so that was the difference between that kind of mother and this mother here after coming to the knowledge.
Wow. Clear. I think we should print that out and send it to all the mothers. This is like a little recipe for multiplying the seed. It seems like what you're sharing is also, if you water a seed, that's the kind of fruits you'll get. But if you water only a limited seed, just taking care of the limited aspects of someone's life, the fruit will be limited. But by planting this spiritual seed, it's beautifully said. I mean, I never heard that so well, but thank you. I'll go back to my childhood and see if I can repair a few basic ingredients from the beginning. So Kiran, what's your, we're hearing beautiful sharings. So what's your feeling about it? So where do you see the difference?
Very nice sharing, Iris and Ekta. Is it okay if I share one story?
Sure, we love stories. Yeah, please.
Not about you. Very short, I will say. There was a man who was on the bike. Who was riding a bike on a mountainous road, and it was very dark, and he cannot see, so he falls down, and he's like in free fall. He's scared, and he finds one branch to hold on to, and he's holding on to it, and he's like, okay, at least I'm safe now. But he doesn't know, like, if he leaves the branch, he's going to fall down, and he's like, okay, I'm going to die. So what do I do? So obviously no one is around. It's pitch dark, and he says, he calls God, please come and help. So God comes. It's so easy to call God, and God says, yes, so child, I'll help you. So he said, wow, that's great. So God says, but you'll have to obey whatever I'm saying. You'll have to do that. So he said, yeah, sure. I have no other choice. I will listen to you. And God says, then, okay, leave the branch. So he said, leave the branch, but there is nothing else I could do. God says, I will, I'm there. Don't worry about it. So he had no other option, and he leaves the branch, and he finds the ground was right there. He was just a jump down, and there was a ground right there. So, he finds the ground, and he feels so safe, secure. He's so happy. I'm safe. Next day morning, he comes to the same tree, and he's playing with the branches happily. The night just before that, he was so scared of that branch, and he left it, and now he's so playful with that. So I feel that the child is like that branch, and if I just keep holding on to it tightly, I get tired, definitely. And that branch, poor branch, it has to hold my weight, so the branch is tired too. And as soon as I leave the branch, I am safe, and I'm able to watch. I'm able to play with the branch whenever I want, and I can just enjoy looking at the branch too. And the branch grows beautifully, and if the tree grows, the branch is also going to grow. If I cannot reach, I can always look at the branch and be happy, look at the beauty, and just observe. So that is something I really enjoy in because of the spirituality. I can enjoy anything, whatever, I can be with them, I can just be close to them, I can be away from them, but it's just such an enjoyment. And I think motherhood has brought beautiful experiences. Uh, just I'm so thankful.
Wow, it's such a beautiful story. I never heard that. And you told Pramity it was not about her, but actually it's about her. Pramity, you are a branch. Did you know that? And you should be happy your mom is not hanging on you, wondering what to do. So this is lovely that God came to her and told her to, be detached and let go. Lovely, lovely story. Really, really enjoyed. I'm listening to all of you, and it's like, I don't know, really melting my heart. I didn't know what to expect when we decided we'll do this program for Mother's Day. I think we're really touching some very, in simple words, we're touching very, very deep issues. The heart of a mother. And it's, of course, like you mentioned, it's not just for the physical mother. It's something that can apply to everyone. Ekta, I think you mentioned that earlier. But it's a feeling that we're really touching the core of what the world really needs, all the qualities we've been sharing from the beginning. Isn't it really what the world seems to be missing badly? It's just a mother, we call it Mother Earth, but look at what we've done to it. We really, really hurt badly this Mother Earth. And even Mother Earth couldn't do what seems to be what all three of you are, accomplishing in a way. So I know we have, time is flying already, but let's hear a little bit about these stories. I know the three of you have been cooking something for the past 10, 15 minutes. And the reason why I'm asking you this is because I believe, we are not becoming heroes just like that. Heroes become heroes because they overcome situations and they face situations. And I think the greatest hope we can give to the world is that facing any situation is possible. So let's us hear about stories that you've been thinking about. Who wants to go first? And again, the stories is already ready, but it's about when did you see your mother having to go beyond her comfort zone? Yonatan, you want to start? Or anyone can start, but Yonatan, let's go.
All right, I guess I can start. I'm sure there's an example when my mom went out of her comfort zone. Probably the biggest example of that is probably when I wasn't around, so I'm probably not able to share that story. But one story I can think of, I guess it's not so much a story, it's just like a series of things that happened, I guess, is my whole life, my mom's always been there. It's just, of course, natural instinct that a mother knows best what to do for her child. And throughout my whole life as I lived at home and grew up, she was always there by my side for everything I did. And the first time she was really unable to do that was when I moved to college. So especially that first day when I moved in, I could tell that she realized that I was finally, leaving, and some stuff became out of her control. And as I started to navigate through college, I think one of the most uncomfortable things she did was actually take a step back and allow me to grow, and realizing that it's my time to kind of figure out how to be my own person, make my own opinions, make my own decisions. And even though I made some mistakes in the beginning, whether it's academically or having to, be a student, be responsible on my own, or whether it's living on my own for the first time, having to learn how to manage, how to get food, how to clean, all of that. She was only there when I asked her to be there and when I really needed advice. And I think just that ability to hold back the overwhelming desire to really help me and take care of everything I need and have me learn for myself so that I can become the person I am today is something that's really brought her outside of her comfort zone. And I've noticed that as I've been in college and growing as a person more and more, it's become a lot easier for her over time. And a lot of the concern I felt maybe at the beginning of college has slowly evaporated over time.
Oh, thank you. I see Iris being so, equanimity. She looks like completely detached. But I'm sure, if I'm correct, your heart is as melted as mine whilst listening to this. And, you're going to have a nice conversation tonight, both of you, or tonight, whenever. Wow, thank you, Yonatan. Really moved to hear that. I wish we can just go on for the whole day with this conversation. Yes, let's go with Pramity maybe a little bit again.
Yeah, so for me, I think so I go to art school, and many parents they would want to have like art as like their little side hobby, and go into a career or a school for something that's like guaranteed to be financially stable, and whether their kid likes it or not. So I think when I started thinking about like my future, I guess, in high school and like where I wanted to go, and I brought up yeah, I want to pursue art as my career, and I want to go to art school. I think from the start from the start
Did she pass out?
no. So from the start, I think my mom has been extremely supportive, and even though there's that uncertainty just in general, because there's not I guess in our family there's not too much seen, like I feel like there's a lot of STEM and stuff like that, so there was that uncertainty, but she wanted me to be happy in life, and do what I want to do and explore my passion. So when I said that, as I said, she was extremely supportive, and from then she's been helping me like explore it even more, and paying for different classes and programs, and always just being interested in what I do. And I appreciate that so much. And I don't know if I had another mom, like would they be as supportive as my mom was, despite
I think Iris and Ekta would have supported you as well, right?
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, I think that was something beautiful and something I don't know, I didn't expect really, but from the start it's been amazing. Yeah.
Lovely. And now that whatever arts you pursue and you perform, she can promote it on Zoom.
Exactly.
She's a Zoom expert. Wow, thank you. Shourya, what about you? What is your story?
I don't have any college experiences yet, but at the beginning of quarantine, my mom got this opportunity to translate for Avyakti Parivar, like the program that goes on, and she was so nervous. Like it was so funny watching her like in the process, because she didn't like she was nervous, but she knew what she was doing, and I just saw her like in the moment when it actually came to translating. She was like this, like I wasn't expecting that. Like of course, like she's great, but she, because of her nervousness, I wasn't expecting her to be just non-hesitant, completely just on a roll, whatever they were saying. Like she was just like this, and she got so many people who were like reaching out to her and telling her she was amazing, and I just loved seeing her growth and loved seeing her get these new opportunities, and you like really show the world like what she's capable of, and it made me really happy to see her doing something that she loved doing and doing it so beautifully. And yeah, I think that was like a story. And she's still translating and giving classes and courses, and it's just so amazing to see her doing something that she really loves.
Lovely. Wow. I know Dorothy is expecting me to give it back to her, but I'm not going to do it right now. I hope she will forgive me for extending slightly, just for, again, 1 or 2 minutes. I just wanted to close with just asking any one of you, from everything you've heard over the past hour, do you want to share anything or anything that moved you, or what's on your mind before we say goodbye to everyone? Anyone wants to say something to someone? Or you know each other, right? Most of you know each other. Anyone wants to share something they heard from someone else, or you want to share something about somebody else? Let's have a little chit chat together. And whatever you have in mind at the moment. Anyone wants to share something? Could be a quality of somebody else, or something that you heard in the last hour that really makes you think something that you want to share.
Yeah, Eric Bhai, I just want to say that what you were sharing before about not only having this family like mother, like one mother to a child, but when we are following this path and we got this family, we call it godly family. So we got so many mothers. So that's what I feel every time with these kids. Like, I'm not only the one who is sustaining them or nurturing them, but they are getting sustenance in so many ways from everyone. Like, we are in Boston, and Boston family is such blessed family that every time I try to share with her something, oh, Shourya, this is what happened in the center today, and she's like, I know that Sister Rita called me and she told me that. Like, every time she's like, oh, she's my best friend. Such good relationship with everyone that sustains them so much. So fortunate and blessed to be part of this. And
Lovely. It's true. Anyone else? Last words?
I wanted to really thank you, Brother Eric, but I didn't know really what to expect because we did not receive anything in advance. And someone was asking me, so do you know what's the questions? I'm like, no. So it's just gonna be like on the fly. I'm like, yeah. And I wasn't sure really what to expect from an on the fly, but really I wanted to thank you and thank everyone because it turned out to be really so beautiful, and enjoyed so thoroughly listening to everyone. And so really just thank you all for such wonderful sharings and wonderful facilitation. It was time so well spent.
Thank you. I totally share that feeling. Anyone else?
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. Since lockdown, we haven't seen each other. Otherwise, we meet in Peace Village at least once in 6 months, and we really missed being to Peace Village. So this was great opportunity to be together. And Brother Eric, you are great as always. So thank you so much. And I would also like to thank Pramity's dad for, bringing up such a beautiful child. Her sister, grandparents, uncles, aunts, everyone. It's not just one mother. Everyone is, part of this journey as much as Brahma Kumaris. So it's amazing to see everyone, growing so beautifully. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
Dorothy Band. Special thanks to Sister Dorothy.
What about the younger ones? What's your last word?
Thank you for this opportunity to share what we really felt about our mothers, and I feel like this really brought us all closer together and really understanding the beautiful relationship of a child and a mother.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it will remain. It will remain. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like even though we've been basically together for a year because of COVID, I feel like a lot of things just go kind of like unsaid almost. So this was like a nice way to, express our feelings and stuff. So it was beautiful.
Yeah, I kind of agree with everything everybody else has been saying. It's been like everything I've been saying is things that aren't new to me, but might be new to, or especially with us, new to our parents. So I think having this opportunity to actually voice what we're thinking and not just deal with us on day-to-day life is something really important, and I'm really glad it happened.
Well, Dorothy, I don't know about you, but for me, I had to control my emotions for the last hour to make sure I remained, dry-eyed. And I really, honestly didn't know what to expect. Dorothy, you did a miracle by calling me. I will never thank you enough for asking me to do this. I said yes only because Dorothy asked me. I was trying to be Zoom free for a while, but I can't. But I said, if Dorothy asked me, I cannot say no, that's for sure. But I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. I remembered you, but we meet in Peace Village, like we said. And now I have to say the last hour, it triggered so many emotions listening to all of you, and beautiful emotions. The only way I can conclude is, particularly in watching the three younger ones, a song comes to my mind in Hindi. It's a beautiful song, and it says, when you see how beautiful the creation is, how beautiful must be the creator. And so for the three of you, when you see how amazing all three of you look like, it just reveals how beautiful your mothers are. So congratulations for revealing not only who you are, but also, who helped to make you who you are today. And so congratulations to the mothers and glory to the younger ones. And thank you for, playing the game with me and enjoying this moment. Dorothy, I think you've got a real diamond in your hand with this recording, and it should reach to a lot of other people who have not been in contact with the spirituality, so they could see, what we can accomplish when we bring spirituality in the family. So thank you, all of you. I'm really, from my heart, I want to hug you all and, really, really appreciate all what you shared today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dorothy, now it's all yours. Sorry, I'm a little bit over time.
It was so enriching that we didn't want it to end, actually. I've just enjoyed everybody sharing. And what I enjoyed most was not the stories, but the feelings and the love and the care and the compassion that we all have in all our relationships, not just mother and child, but each one of us is a mother and each one of us is a child. So when I go downstairs today in Peace Village, I think this has opened up my capacity of being a mother, of being a child, of being a sister, of being all the things, because life really is about relationships. And so I have this beautiful corsage here that I picked this morning. I went out to our garden and I picked these flowers, and it's for all of you because you're all such beautiful flowers. And the rose here is especially for you, mon petit chou.
Mon petit chou.
Eric is mon petit chou.
I'm the new moderator. And you see how the flowers come back to life. So Kiran, a special rose to you.
Thank you.
And of course, one special one for Ekta. Here you are.
Thank you so much.
All right, you got it. And Iris, I have one for you too. You have to catch it. All right, you caught it. And of course, for all of you.
And Karen, and Sister Karen, who's been the tech person. Karen, can you show yourself? Where are you? Karen, where are you?
She has been playing with the switchboard.
Yeah, she's very busy.
I think I will spotlight her because she may not spotlight. She will not be able to do it.
All right, now there are hosts and ghosts in the Zoom world.
Right. Those behind the scenes sometimes.
Right.
And then
All right.
Karen will play a meditation for us, very short, just 2-3 minutes, but just to kind of sit with the feelings that we have, not to just go to the next scene.
Here's Karen.
It's nice to see your face, Karen. And you can play the meditation for us now, the video.
Yeah, and it's lovely. Usually you're all here, and now you're here. And just echoing everything everyone has shared, and just the heart is melted and overflowing. So here we go. See you all soon.
The power of a mother's love is like no other love. No other time, no other place than the power of a mother's love. It comes from within her heart, a mother's heart. A heart that cares, that cherishes, a heart of a mother that embraces her child. In a blanket of love. The face of a mother accepts you, and you know that you belong. And behind that belonging is strength, care, unconditional acceptance. Unconditional love. For within the heart of a mother is a sacred space. Sacred space
All right. Goodbye, everyone. Om Shanti.